Hello YouTube, it's M1NDxBEND3R here, and I have decided that my Prometheus military needs some air support. Yes, the previous build I showed off, the Angel Fire mech suit, was capable of flight, but it was a mech suit. I wanted something that was entirely devoted to aerial combat. Enter the Dragonfly fighter/gunship. And I say fighter/gunship because this was designed to be kind of a multi-role craft. I imagine these big weapon pods up front can be changed out depending on the mission. But let's take a look at this itself. This actually started out, when I started building this, I had the intention of building something more like a traditional fighter jet. I started with this cockpit piece here, and then I was going to build back into just kind of a futuristic styled fighter jet body. But then, as I started building, I kind of thought to myself, it would be more fun to build something a bit stranger, something more futuristic looking, something very unlike the stuff we have today. So I changed direction and the Dragonfly was born. So let's take a look at it. We'll get the stand out the way. Like I pointed out, it has these two big weapon pods up front, which are on these ball jointed arms. They can be pointed in different directions to fire at multiple targets. I imagine it uses kind of a fire and forget missile system. These flaps here also could be opened up, you know, kind of like air brakes. It's got another pair along with the main engines here. In addition to that, if you come around the back, you'll notice these two large, two small thrusters along the back. These provide the main forward thrust of the vehicle, along with these two thrusters behind the weapon pods, while these two smaller ones provide mostly stabilization and steering. You'll notice all four of these are also on ball joints, so they can be pointed in whichever direction the craft needs them to be. So that makes this very, very maneuverable, very agile in the air. It can stop on a dime, turn on a dime, it can hover, capable of vertical landing and takeoff, sorry. Yeah, just a very maneuverable craft. You can see the cockpit opens very simply. There's the pilot, just one of my standard Prometheus guys. And I do want to show off very quickly just how this craft does land, because you'll notice it's not exactly flat along the bottom. And it does actually just kind of change configuration a bit. These weapon pods point up, these engine pods point down. Just kind of fold these steering thrusters out of the way. And then there is just a pair of landing gear that fold down, and there it sits. And because of the way this configuration works out, the four thrusters are now pointed at the ground, so it can just vertically take off, retract its landing gear, fold itself back into a flight configuration, and off it goes. So yeah, very, very strange craft in my opinion, but I really like how it turned out. I love its colors, I love its shapes. It fits my world very, very nicely in my opinion, so I'm happy with it. And I did whip up a little stand because I like having it posed up in its flight configuration. I just love how that looks. But yeah, that's about it for this one. Nothing too terribly groundbreaking, just a fun little design I felt like showing off for you guys. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you really like this video, feel free to subscribe. Until next time, guys, I've been M1NDxBEND3R, and I'll talk to you later.